just for my parents to be able to raise two kids and know what each of us needs at different times in our lives is something that I admire so much and really, really look up to.
I love my conversation with Sam Brucks. What a joy, what an inspiration, really sharing her light with us at C&G. I think you're going to really enjoy hearing her story about the closeness she has with her parents, how they mentored her in her younger years, her competitive drive, and her desire to make impact. Today, my guest is Sam Brucks. Sam, welcome to Our People, Our Purpose.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm excited as well. So, Sam, tell us, what do you do for C&G?
Yep, so I am the marketing manager for building and construction, and I started in August of last year. So I've been here for about 10 months so far.
That's amazing. So it's great that you are representing sort of an area of our business that hasn't been the core area that we focused on historically, but certainly one that we're starting to have a lot of traction in. What was your background before you came to C&G?
Yeah, so I worked at a manufacturing company for 5 years. So I was there since I had graduated from Marquette University. And
Uh-huh.
I was in mainly product management roles. So managed a line of power tools, managed a line of concrete anchors. So still actually in construction, which I never thought I would be in construction when I was growing up.
Well, I never thought I'd be in plastics.
Yeah.
So we got that in common.
Yep. But yeah, so background in manufacturing and construction, and then was lucky enough to come to CNG.
Well, we're lucky too. So I hear great things about you. I
Thank
can
you.
tell you're just, a very positive person, and that comes through. Your light comes
Thank
through.
you. Thank you.
So let's talk about. I don't want to talk about work anymore. so, so let's talk about you, Sam. Where did you grow up?
Yep. So I grew up in a northwest suburb of Chicago. So born and raised in Chicago. And I also kind of stayed in the Midwest for college. So, like I mentioned, I went to Marquette University up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, definitely love this area. And
Mhm.
I now live in Lincoln Park.
So when you were first, do you have siblings?
Yes. So, I have an older brother who is 2 years older than me.
Oh, so just two
Yep.
two kids in the family.
Yep.
Wow. All right. So you city girl?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I like the city
Yeah.
too. There are some people, they grow up in the country and they want to be in the country. I think when you grow up in a city,
Hmm.
that's like I like the sound of the noise. That's like peaceful to me.
Yeah, I feel like it's very relaxing,
Yeah, it
and I feel
is.
like I just grew up coming downtown all the time and
Uh-huh.
taking the Metro and always having the opportunity to explore different areas and neighborhoods, and I
Eh,
still love to do that today.
Yeah, and so you take the train, the L, as
Yep.
we call it here in Chicago,
Yes.
into the office, and you get a little walking in. You get to see the city. Lincoln Park is such a great spot to live. So many restaurants.
Yep.
You can pretty much walk to everything over there.
Oh, yeah, walk to grocery, walk to restaurants, walk to different shops. There is so many places to go, and I probably need to take advantage of trying new spots
Yeah,
because I feel like we default to all of our favorites because there's just too many great places.
I know. I feel bad for people who live in the suburbs because they spend so much time in their car,
Mhm.
traveling in, traveling out. Where when you live downtown, I hardly ever get my car out,
Yeah.
and I pretty much walk everywhere.
Yeah, I feel like
Um,
if something is less than a 40-minute walk, I will pretty much walk it.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I average about 10 to 12,000 steps a day.
Yep. I'm
Yeah, you
with you on
too?
that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like especially now with the weather getting nicer, I'm like, however much I can get is the goal. So I feel like a few months ago, I was like, okay, I'll start with 8,000 steps. And now I'm trying to get
Mhm.
more to the 10,000 steps. And my friends and I are in a beach volleyball league.
Oh,
So
nice.
we'll try to walk to the beach and then walk around after. So as much time as I can be outside walking around or doing different things, I definitely take advantage of.
You ever compete with anyone? Like, you like to compete? Like, how many steps you get in and
Yeah, yeah, so I have another friend. I am pretty competitive.
Yeah, yeah.
So I do have
Takes one to
one
know one. I saw where this was going.
Yep. So, yeah, I definitely have one friend for sure who we're always like, "How many steps did you get today? If you got 11,000, I gotta get up to 12,000 now." So,
Uh-huh.
there's definitely a few of that.
Okay. So one weekend, Lisa and I were gonna have a competition over who could get the most steps in, and, I'm super
Yeah.
competitive too. So in a 3-day period, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I walked 26 miles.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Like,
That's
8 miles
amazing.
a day. It was basically a marathon
Yeah.
in 3 days, and I'm confident I'm gonna win, right? So I come into the office, I'm like, "Lisa, how many steps did you get?" "Oh, I had to go away for the weekend, so I didn't do any steps." Like, "Oh, do you know how many I did?" Yeah, so she burns me on
Yeah.
that.
I love that though. Some healthy
Uh,
competition.
uh-huh. Yeah, exactly.
Never bad to get all those steps in.
Yeah, so where did your competitive drive come from?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, growing up, I was always in a handful of different sports. So I feel like probably from that. So I've played volleyball, soccer, I was a cheerleader, I did lacrosse, I'm in a
Wow.
beach volleyball league now, I'm in a bowling league, that's a little bit more just for fun, but I feel like growing up, I was always in sports and always just had that competitive mindset, and I feel
Mhm.
like I'm also very much so a perfectionist, so I think that also plays into it as well.
Yeah, perfectionist. All right. We'll come back to that theme here in a minute. So what was your favorite sport? Or
Lacrosse, hands down.
really?
Yeah. It was so much fun, and I feel like I didn't know much about it, so I did it for a few years in high school, and my high school had just started the program a few years before, so it was still pretty new. Our coaches were also kind of learning as we were learning the sport, so it was not only really fun, but it was also I feel like it is a pretty competitive sport.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. Like hitting each other with sticks?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. My grandson, who's
Oh,
11,
yeah.
plays lacrosse.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was always just a blast, and we had a really group of girls that were all doing it together, and it was just great to kinda learn something along the way all together.
Yeah, it always makes it so much better when you kinda click with the
Yep.
team, the other girls,
Mhm.
the everyone comes together and
Yeah,
makes it so much fun.
exactly.
It's what I love about business too.
Mhm.
If you can all work together as a team
Yeah,
and win together and compete.
that's the best outcome.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you were little, was there anyone who really, inspired you or anyone you looked up to or had a role model? How did you, like, end up here in this
Yeah.
chair?
So, I will say both of my parents, but my mom 100% is my role model. She's my mentor, she's my best friend, confidant, shopping partner, like everything under the sun. 100% is my mom, and I hope one day to be the type of mom that she has been to my brother and I.
Oh, that's so
Um,
sweet. What's her name?
Mary Beth.
All right, Mary
Yeah.
Beth, you did a good job here with Sam. We're very impressed. Yes.
And then I would also say, I mean, my dad as well, he has been incredibly supportive and also gives me all of the guidance and especially from the business side of things. He has been able to help me so much in my career and just help me along the way through that as well. So both of my parents 100%.
What's his name?
Mark.
All right, Mark. Shout out
Yes.
to you too.
And I would say even like my brother and I are pretty different people that I think just for my parents to be able to raise two kids and know what each of us needs at different times in our lives is something that I admire so much and
Mhm.
really, really look up to.
Yeah, well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Good. I love that. So what are some of your favorite memories from childhood?
We always so my dad traveled a lot for work growing up. Um,
What
so
did he do
So he
or does?
is yeah, so he's a engineer by trade, but now is also in marketing.
Mm.
And my brother is an engineer and I'm in marketing. So
Ah, I
it
see.
definitely worked out well. But he works for Eastman Chemicals.
Mhm.
And he's been there probably 10 or 15 years. But he's kind of always been in a similar space like that. So I feel like since he traveled so much, we got the opportunity to travel a lot and always do summer vacations. So I feel like some of our summer vacations were 100% my favorites to go on and
Mm.
definitely something that I always looked up to or
Mhm.
looked forward to. Um,
So what kind of places did you go?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. What were some of my favorites? We did a cruise one year with my whole mom side of the family. So we did a cruise
Mm.
around the Caribbean and I was in
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
and
Nice.
I was in 6th grade when we did that.
So
So
you
that
did
was
snorkeling and those kinds of things?
I did not do snorkeling, a few of my family members did.
You don't like the water?
I do. I don't know honestly why I didn't do that. I think my dad and brother did scuba diving, which does
Oh,
actually freak me out a little bit.
yeah, you have to, like, know what you're doing there.
Yeah.
I'm
Um,
always worried, like, am I gonna get, air in my veins and die?
that's exactly where my head goes
I
to.
know. Okay, good, I'm not
No.
crazy then.
No, that is definitely where I was thinking as well. But no, I actually do love the water. We did a lot of different boat tours, and I probably was choosing the shopping over some of the
Oh,
water activities
I
or
don't
things
blame
like
you.
that.
Yeah.
So my mom and my other girl cousins would go shopping.
Especially if mom's paying.
Yes. Yeah,
I I
definitely in 6th grade.
I have a daughter like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So that was definitely a great trip, and that was a great extended family trip. And then I'm trying to think of one other of my favorite places. Um, oh, we did Seattle. That was definitely another just kinda I love cities. I mean, I love exploring all places, but love cities or probably love the beach. Like, those would be 2 different key vacations for me. So, Seattle, just with the public market and different activities that we did there was another. That was a blast.
So, Seattle reminds me of I used to travel out there in one of the jobs that I had many, many years ago. I was, selling truck mirrors to
Okay.
well, not I was making them. I was
Yeah.
in manufacturing, but I was a general manager of a business that made, truck mirrors for, like, Class 8
Mhm.
semis, and Kenworth was one of our, customers, and they were out in Seattle. So this would have been gosh, what year would that have been? Maybe early '90s, and this was when Starbucks was just a little tiny company,
Can't even imagine that now.
like just a few stores in Seattle. And I remember going there because at that point, imagine I had never had a cappuccino. Like no one did.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
you were drinking Folgers or Maxwell House, like drip coffee. I mean, that was
Yeah.
it. That was what people drank for coffee. And when I went out there, one of the colleagues out there took me to the Starbucks, and I was like, "This is unbelievable!" Like the first time I
Yeah.
had a cappuccino was there in Seattle at Starbucks.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know. That's how old I am. And now look at this, I
Yeah.
stopped on the way in and I come full circle,
It's hard
so
not to.
yeah, yeah, really. That was when they had the old logo
Yeah.
too, um, but anyway, back to you. So, do you have someone in your life now? You're single,
I have a boyfriend. Yep. Yeah,
okay.
so we've been
What's his
together
name?
Ryan.
Ryan?
Yeah, so we've been together for about 2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and we knew each other in high school, but kinda had different friend groups, so we always knew of the person, but it was really more so in college when we started going to more of the same hangouts and starting to see each other more.
Did he go to Marquette?
He did not, he went to Iowa State.
Okay.
Yeah, so we kinda always knew, okay, we're in different spots for college, and then he moved to Twin Cities after college and then kinda was bopping around to a few different places for a few years, but then when he moved back to Chicago 2.5 years ago, we pretty much started dating.
Just clicked.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's always nice, when you know people at different stages of their life and then the relationship changes and, you see different sides of them.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been fun, and
Good.
it's been great obviously having him back in Chicago.
Okay. So, is there anyone at this point in your life that if you had the opportunity to sit down with and have a conversation with and get to know them, someone currently alive, famous, not famous, someone who's passed, who would it be?
Wow, that's a really good question. Hmm.
Good. I like to stump people.
I'm gonna say Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Wow. Good answer.
Thank you. I did have to think about that one a
Yeah.
little bit. I'm like,
Yeah. Wow.
who would be impactful, who has
Wow.
had a great career, has really made or has had such an influence on so many people that I would wanna know more about and have a face to face with.
Yeah. I'm guaranteeing you my oldest daughter would pick the same
Yeah.
person. Yeah. She's an attorney
Okay.
living in New York.
Mhm.
That was her hero as well. Yeah, she was a remarkable lady.
Yeah, she really was.
But what a role model and inspiration for women she
Mhm.
was, truly. I
Yeah.
mean, able to stand her ground and, She was the kind of person that could blend the feminine and masculine leadership traits,
Yep.
right? And hold her own in any space.
Yeah. And I feel like that is definitely one of the I mean, so many things about her are inspirational, but yeah, the
Mhm.
fact that just to your point, the space that she could hold and
Yeah.
how impactful she was to so many
Yeah.
people.
Excellent. All right. Any favorite bands or music or artists that if you had front row tickets to, if I said, "Hey Sam, here's front row tickets, you can go see." Who is it?
So
By the way, I don't have them, but if I did.
I'm gonna give 2 answers
Okay.
because the one that comes to mind initially is the Jonas Brothers.
Okay. All right.
I've seen them 3 or 4 times.
Ah,
Absolutely I feel like they've grown up with me in
so
a way.
so they would recognize you in the front row.
Probably,
"Oh, hey,
yeah.
Sam. Nice to see you again." Yeah.
So I feel like they're the ones that popped into my head initially.
Mhm,
So they would be one answer. Just because, I mean, I feel like I've grown up listening to their music and I've seen them at Wrigley, I've seen them at Tinley Park, I've seen them, I think, at the United Center, but have seen them at all different venues, so I think it would also be amazing to be front row with them.
mhm.
Um, and then who else would I wanna see? Ooh, can this be living or dead as well?
Absolutely. I
Okay.
I have I have the magic wand.
Okay, perfect. Then I think Queen would be my other one.
Oh,
So 2 kind of
wow.
very different vibes.
Wow. I love that.
But I feel like after watching Bohemian Rhapsody
Yeah.
years ago, I just never realized all the songs that Queen actually sang and wrote, and I think it would be so cool to see them.
Yeah, that Freddie Mercury in that final scene and I think it is final
Mhm.
scene in Bohemian Rhapsody where he's singing at that charity event
Yep.
and he can barely even, breathe,
Yeah,
and he just brings it in that final song. I mean, it's just
exactly.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I think he would the whole band would be phenomenal to see.
yeah, it would be amazing. All right, Sam, at this point, I'm gonna turn the table, and give you an opportunity to ask me a question if you have one. Uh-oh,
Yes.
you got a list, you got a notebook in front of you.
I've been thinking a lot about this, Kathy.
This is everyone does, it's like, "Oh, what" because I've done so many now, it's like, "What can I ask her that somebody hasn't asked her?"
Yeah, so, okay, my question for you is how does fostering a diverse and multi-demographic workforce enhance our competitive advantage and strengthen our ability to execute?
Oh, that is a great question. Um, a company is a tapestry of colors and fabrics and just like people, right? I mean, it would be pretty boring to look at a tapestry of one color. And it's all those colors blended together that really make something come alive.
Mhm.
And when you are only talking to and interfacing with people of, let's say, my generation, you're gonna get a view that reflects their life experience. And when you're talking with someone who is in their 20s, as an example, they're approaching life with different life experiences, different colors. They're gonna weave into this tapestry that we call CNG. So it's really the diversity of thought, the diversity of opinion, different lived experiences, different exposure to how they work and engage with technology,
Mhm.
right? I mean, I'm still someone that prefers to have something a hard print of paper in my hands, like a book. Do you know what a book
Yep.
is?
Mhm. Shockingly, I do.
I make my grandson read books. He was 11, right? Well, here's a book. And, it's just people have different ways of learning, different ways of
Mhm.
experiencing, how they're learning. So I think it's just super important. I love interacting with people of all different generations. And somebody asked me that question yesterday of how do you, like, do I lead differently with people of different generations? And I'm like, no, because people are people,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't matter what generation you are. There's certain things we all have in common.
Mhm.
We all want to be seen, we all want to be heard, we all want to have our voice at the table. And so there's things about every generation that I can see a common thread in everyone, but there's also everyone is unique,
Yeah,
and everyone's gonna bring their own colors to our tapestry.
I love that. Thank you.
All right. Well, Sam Brucks, this has been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed getting to know you. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. You inspire me.
Thank you. You inspire me as well.
Thank you.